Welcome, everybody, to the Two Sides of a Coin podcast, episode 108. I'm one of your hosts, of course, Frank, a.k.a. Beld, or as now you all know me as Certified Lover Frank, as I've donned that new name, and I've kept it for over now 2 months, and people are recognizing me as that, Delson. And I am, let's just say I'm living up to the hype.
Can you call one person right now that's called you that? Just one person. Now.
Of course, I'm here with my brother, also co-host Delson, DeLeon, Triple D, Big Bag D, Helicopter Man himself. How you doing, sir? As he takes a sip of the gin.
I don't drink gin.
The sip of the Henny.
Drinking Henny just with on the rocks is fucking sick.
Like straight?
Yeah,
that's what I used to do. Remember?
You a fucking sicko.
Because I didn't really.
You drink Henny neat or on the rocks, and you fucking sicko. And if y'all don't know, neat is drinking it straight.
I actually didn't even know that.
Yeah, drinking any sort of liquor neat, it just means that you're just putting it in a fucking cup and sipping it.
Really?
Yeah, it's for sickos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I always told you, obviously you already know I'm not a big drinker like y'all, but if I do drink, I think for me, I'm just trying to get to the point. Like, hey, give me the liquor straight up, trying to get from A to Z as fast as I can, because then after Z comes,
I don't police y'all like I used to, but do you remember when I used to go to y'all and be like, yo, where y'all at from 1 to 10?
You did it every get together party.
Yeah, because
and mine was always like 6, 7, and then you already knew who was 10 when they were going to sleep on the couch.
Yeah, either that or just vomiting into the sink.
Yeah,
and it's still 10:30 a.m. 10:30 p.m.
It's disgusting.
It happens.
It
happens to the best of us.
No, it's weird too. Is like back then we used to like mix like cheap ass liquor with like not as expensive. So we would drink maybe like a Four Loko with a shot of Ciroc, and then probably like maybe kill us in the stomach area. Were you there that day that I threw up after drinking? Okay, so it was the time Four Lokos had caffeine in it.
No. They still have caffeine, but they had like the illegal shit. Like
what was the illegal shit?
No, it's not legal, but they changed the recipe. The original recipe for Loco.
Oh, I thought it was the caffeine that shit that was fucking people up. Anyways, I had drunk 1.5 and
no, you're right.
My life.
No, you're right.
Oh, okay.
It just they changed the recipe. That's all.
Oh, yeah. I was I think that was the experience that took me out of ever wanting to drink anything that costs $10 or less and putting it in my body that enhances my body.
You know what's whack? I know we venture off and then we always do this right at the beginning of the pod without introducing everybody.
We are, because Joe's waiting in the wing.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. The listeners don't even know if Bryan's here.
They would have known by now.
You know what I hate? When you go to a party and you bring a decent bottle, right? Mm-hmm. And by decent, I mean like a quality bottle.
I know where you're going.
He's like, I always bring Jack because it's an easy one. Jack and Coke. I drink my Jack straight. You know, nothing crazy. And then somebody brings some dumb bullshit that's like rum chata diarrhea special.
Yeah.
Somebody brings a bottle that's plastic. Like, there's no reason why you should bring a
nice
plastic bottle.
Birthday cake pinnacle.
The birthday cake pinnacle?
It's like, yo, fam, I just brought a bottle of Patron, and you want to take shots of my Patron as you match me with your birthday cake flavored liquor.
Yeah. For me,
that automatically gives me bubble guts. Where like if I take the shot, boom, shart. There's just quick shart.
Bro, you don't even have to take a shot. You take a sniff and you straight sharting.
That's disgusting.
They got like what's the crazy? They got like Pop-Tart flavor.
Yeah.
They got fucking
it's some nasty shit. It'd be like donut
sherbet,
flavor.
Orange sherbet.
Yeah. Oh man, and the people who buy it, you must not really love life. You're like trying to look for something to fill that void of depression.
No, it's
and
not
you're
depression.
Looking for birthday cake pinnacle.
Well, I guess it is depression. They're trying to kill themselves, but
yeah, it's fucking gross. Anyways, like Del said, Bry, you wouldn't know if Bry was here or not since our tangent, but he would have jumped in anyway. So knowing him, he is not here today due to prior engagements. So filling in the big chair and also the big shoes of sexual master is my little brother, Johan, here again to give us the latest in NFT scamming. I'm just kidding.
Christ.
Bro, not for nothing, Joe. Now I'm kidding about that, but someone thinks like NFT is a straight scam, though, bro. Did you see the whole thing with the Squid Game coin?
Yeah, it was it's something.
What do you think about those people who did that? What do you think?
I think that it was well deserved. It's like, bro, okay, since a kid, I don't know if it's like, I guess people have FOMO, right? Which is fear of missing out on like the next big thing.
Okay, that's true.
But like, since a kid, I was always trying to look at get rich quick schemes or whatever.
You were.
Obviously that shit is not real.
I can attest to that. Joe was definitely like 7 years old trying to figure out pyramid schemes. I'm like, yo, why don't you go outside?
He was buying those DVDs with the Asian guy.
Yeah, the guy was like, yo, Dad, I just need $1,000 at 8 years old. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
So it's like, now everyone's trying to recreate or like it's like I saw a good example of it. I forgot who quoted it, but it's like the internet era when it first essentially happened. You know how many companies were coming out doing this, doing that, but it's like that's when like the eBays and Amazons and shit get established. So like as of right now, it's like there's gonna be a lot of things like that. People are gonna get in to make money and get out. Yeah, but it's like if you don't look at the fundamental of things, if you like a squid, like just look at the premise, Squid Game coin.
That's what I said, bro. I said you gotta be fucking smoking some crack to think that was a smart idea.
What about Dogecoin? What about the Shiba coin?
And that
shit.
That's the crazy part too.
That's the thing. Is like, how would you know?
I say that like I'm already invested in Dodge, right? Not knowing I invested in, not knowing it was a joke how it started, and then Squid Game was the Squid coin, but for me it's like it's a little less daunting to know that I invested in something here than to know that this particular investment is strictly based off a fucking show off Netflix.
Game. It's crazy because it's like if you think about it, prior to all this like crypto talk and everyone being
an expert,
to me, an expert's someone who's been in the field like 15, 20 years. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like someone has a really good grasp of it. Bro, this shit hasn't even been around 10 years. So like everyone that's like, oh, I know this, and you don't know shit. Like you're reading a chart and you're making a educated guess, like anything else.
Exactly.
But it's like, so you have to be able to think that much for yourself. Like if you just look at it and go, oh, it's gonna be the next big thing. You do no research. You dump a bunch of money into something. I don't know. Is it shitty what those people did? Yeah, but on the same hand, it's like you didn't do any research. You really thought like I don't know. It's just
I'm with you, brother.
Like
it's like investing your money. You gamble. It's you know what? I'm with you because as of late I've dealt with people who are investing a lot of money in something. They'll lose this money and then get mad because they lost the money.
Yeah, and that's another thing is the unrealistic gains of it. Yeah, it's like you watch videos or you go on YouTube. It's like 1,000x, 10,000x, 20,000. Like, okay, it might be a possibility because it happened once or twice,
right?
But to go on and say that like everything that's gonna come out is gonna be to the same degree, like that's just people are getting more rich on selling the idea of becoming rich than like actually doing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fucking fact.
But that's always been. But that's always been the thing. Like
that's crazy.
Like you were talking about those DVDs. Like people bought those DVDs back then for a reason. It's the same shit, bro.
DVDs
selling out.
Same exact thing.
The DVDs are like How to Make Bread.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like there's seminars. There's like who's a real big person? That Cardone guy.
Cardone.
Grant Cardone, I think his name is, or whatever. He's like a
one of those
money coach or something, a financial coach.
Yeah, but a lot of his videos they're just so funny because they're so contradicting. Like he'll talk about he'll talk about like one of the banks that he was like financing houses under went under because they were loaning money to ignorant people. Mind you, he had $50 million out in debt. That he was one of those ignorant people that caused the bank to go.
He was a hypocrite.
Yeah, like he's just like there's just a lot of things that he just doesn't make. Like he's another person that just like some of the shit he says is just ridiculous.
Yeah,
like I don't know.
Yeah,
so that's basically that though.
Yeah, like, I never like was into like I was never like, oh, let me try these, whatever this. Hey, make this $1,000 in 5 seconds. I've never in my life said, hey, let me try this out. The only time I've ever invested in something that I thought was a good deal but fucked me in the end was, remember I told you the story when I was a junior in high school. And I had like, so Bang Bros would be like, yo, sign up for like $1. And then you'll sign up for $1, but you didn't know like they'll renew your shit after a week for the full price. and I did that shit off my mom's card.
Oh my
So-
god.
So she asked me like a week later, like, yo, why I got this charge? It's like $30. And it says Bang Bros. And granted, this is my grandmother at the time. It's not my mom. So she don't know what the fuck Bang Bros is and fucking, you know? So that's kind of a hard explanation to go ahead and explain somebody who at the time, you know, around the age of maybe 50. I don't know.
Hey, I'm sorry you had to go through that, man. I'm sorry you experienced that.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying it was me believing something in my face. Hey, 99 cents, sign up, and it fucked me
I
later.
love the correlation. I was asking where the correlation was coming
Yeah,
from.
it's
I
just
got
that.
it. They sold you a dream.
Yeah, they sold me the dream. There you go, brother. Anyways,
So
okay, yeah, what happened, D?
it I have so many questions.
Yeah, shoot them.
That's what you did. You shot all your kids out.
Shit them all.
Oh
For the
man.
I thought I was getting all the love for 99 cents, brother.
So you paid the 99 cents, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't read anything, you were just feeding it, and then you went to your grandma's purse, grabbed a card.
Yeah. No, I think I already had the info from like something else.
He saved it. He took
Yeah.
a picture, wrote it
Like
down.
I think I
makes
like
more
bought
sense. That
like
makes
something online or some shit like that. Like she let me buy
Because
it.
my first question is like, so
That's determination, bro.
if you like, he has to be already like about to choke it, and then go on the website, and then stop.
No.
And then go to the
No,
grandma's
I got
purse.
you. It was
Get the card, take it out, and then go back.
no,
Yeah,
bro.
nah, definitely. There's
It was
no
You know
way-
what I'm
this-
saying?
There's
Like
no
that
way
was.
you pre-thought all that.
You guys
Yo.
are so off. It was in the midst of choking it.
Oh
That's-
wow!
I already ran my 3 previews. So you get like 3 2-minute previews, and you can run them back OD, but like you get like only 3 different ones. So like I got tired of running them back, and then I thought I had one more, and then I didn't. So I was like, yo, I'm tired of this, bro. So like you like in mid like Jack. So you either gotta go all the way, or you're gonna be stuck in a very very tough medical position that us men we know what that is, right, guys? Little blue balls, huh? Little hard rock
Yeah,
balls.
leaving left on a cliff
Yeah.
without the ability to jump off.
That's the worst. Everybody knows that's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
So, the advertisement was colorful, and I went in, and then that's what happened after that. Good thing at the time I was working. Like I had a job at Einstein Bagels, so I was able to pay my mom back. But yeah,
I forget that for a while that he worked there, but I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. For women, that's probably a very sick story. For men, we're like, I can understand how you
bro.
got there.
Fuck.
spectrum, brother. This is 2 sides of a coin. So we got 2 sides there. If women think that's a sick story,
Well, no, there's sex.
I wouldn't
They're
want.
sex positive now.
Let me
That's
just
what
tell
they
you
want us to
something.
do. They want
If
us
you
to
wanna
buy their
think-
content.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
And if
buying
you women
the
think that's a sick
originators of
story,
all
how
that.
about this? Women, I know your trick with the bathtub, and you guys letting the bottom bath shower run on your vagines for masturbation. Oh yeah, I know that trick.
I'm gonna tell you this.
That's some old school hood shit.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Wow.
You at a girl's house, right? Man, you gotta take a piss. So you go take a piss.
And
I'ma
she
tell
has
y'all
vinegar
if-
next to the tub.
Nah,
Oh.
bro, not even that crazy.
What the fuck?
That was next level. I don't even know what that means.
I don't even know
You
what
guys never heard of vinegar in the tub thing?
Nah.
So back in the day, right, women used to put vinegar in a tub so they can tighten their vaginas. So they would lay in the vinegar for an extensive amount of time, and this, in turns, would like close their vagina holes.
And it
Like not close it, but like make it tighter. This was a thing that women who,
Is this
after
like
having
a
kids,
like
they
a
used to do
housemaid,
back in
like,
the day.
wife's tale? Like,
Huh?
is that like a wife's tale? Or is that,
No,
like, a
it's
real thing?
you look. Trust me. You ask anybody, maybe 40 plus, they'll tell you. Like, talk to Diti, she'll tell you. She'll tell you, oh yeah, bitches used to do that all the time back in the day.
And they don't not worry about smelling like bro. That's my.
All I'm
God.
gonna say to you, imagine that, just this, Joe. They doing that, and we got people out here scared of a shot. But you will soak your vagina in some vinegar. I just want to say that.
What Frank called it a few episodes ago. You go down Vagine Town, and it smells like
Vagine
vinegar. Vagine Town.
Yeah, you been there?
I've been there a few times.
I never been there.
Yeah, you a fucking lie.
Who?
You go down there and shorty smells like vinegar, like salt and vinegar chips. I'm going home.
I love salt and vinegar chips.
Bro,
Though.
I was eating salt and vinegar almonds before this. Now I don't even want them no more.
Yeah, you a sick boy.
You don't want no more salt and vinegar chips, brother?
Bro, he said he purchased salt and vinegar almonds.
Yeah, you.
That's
different.
some sick
That's
shit.
different.
Nah,
Anyways,
you know
let me
what?
back
I was just
up.
having this debate the other day too. Almonds is the only thing that I could eat like that, or like honey roast. They could be like sweet. They could be.
Oh yeah. Almonds are versatile.
I love.
Let me get
love
back
honey
to what I
roasted.
was saying. So you know when like I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
The 99 cents got you.
Nah, bro.
Oh, okay.
When I go to a girl's house, I'm Inspector Gadget. I'm looking everywhere.
Well, I hope, bro. I would hope.
I look in the corner, see if they nasty.
Look under the bed.
No, I just piss like a normal
Yo,
person.
He
I
said,
look.
he said that was.
I look in the
Find under
shower.
the bed, bro.
I look in the shower, see if they clean that shit. Mm-hmm. All right, but if you see the shower head up there, and then you see that it says like the Super Max 3000 speed, you know what's happening.
Super Max 3000 speed.
You know
Thing, she doing the motherfucking jet ski in that water, boy. She got a jet ski. That's like when you. It's like when like they just like when you go to like a jacuzzi and then you see like shorty just sit on the bubble shooter. You're like, why are you sitting on the bubble shooter?
Nah, you're the jacuzzi and everybody moving around, but Shorty staying in one spot.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
getting extra
She
comfortable.
sitting on that bubble
Everybody
shooter.
talking, chilling, drink, this, that, and then Shorty's just in one spot right there, just one spot with a jet stream shooting.
Shooting that thing.
That's crazy.
I had to move from a jet stream once. 'Cause I almost thought I liked it. I was like, hold up. You ain't gonna get me today.
That's your brother, bro. Just
Listen, anal play amongst males in their relationships is a thing. I'm not doing it, but I'm saying that it is a thing. You can't downplay it no more, Delson. Just because you're not experimenting with your women in your butt.
nope.
Right,
Bro,
Joe?
look, let's put it like this.
Joe's young. He does it.
Yeah, he'd be with it. Let's
Hold
put it
on,
like this.
Pause.
Hold on, back up. Nah, like as big as I am, as much food as I eat, nah, ain't nobody want to go down there, bro.
Yeah, I would literally tell you that you have demons in your mind if you wanted to even attempt that with me. I would think you're possessed by some sort of evil spirit, and I would kick you out of my house out of being scared.
You start throwing holy water
Yeah,
at them.
just start singing Santa Maria right there.
Yo.
Anyways, that was a long intro getting into the show. Of course, we want to say thank you to everybody who listens. Of course, subscribes, comments, show love. We appreciate it as always. Of course, we already said Bryan's not here today. So we are going to usually start the show like what we've been up to since the last episode.
And real quick before you disappear.
Boom.
First time listeners, if this is your first time listening, sorry, we normally go off on tangents, multiple tangents.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you followed. I hope you I hope you didn't get grossed out by Frank choking a chicken and pay 99 cents to Bang Bros.
And how he related that to losing money in crypto and stocks in real life.
Yo, the connection.
The correlation was crazy.
Yeah.
Right, in my opinion, sounded quite in the same field.
Well, yeah. So if this is your first time listening, hopefully it's not your last time. So please subscribe, review, rate, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever the fuck you listen. And we miss Bryan.
We do. So yeah, with that said, I guess I'll go first. The last week. Let's see. Nothing. It got
Growth, bro.
growth for me. Growth. That's a good one, I guess. Let's see. Give me a second, guys. I know I hate this because I should be already ready, but I feel like I had something. I just didn't particularly pinpoint it down in my brain.
No, I know what you mean.
Okay. This. So I had read somewhere, right? I had read someone had said instantly that they have like put a post, like a meme post. And I was telling Delson about this earlier. The post was like, none of my exes are my exes, but they're examples of what not to do. Like it was like trying to be a cute post with the X, the X capitalized. It was X's, and then the example, the EX was trying to show the X is the fucking main theme of the post.
Yeah.
But even if that was the post, I seen it, right?
Can I pause you real quick?
Yeah.
Fuck you, whoever made that post.
Yeah, whoever made that post, like you could have just said it. Why you had to capitalize the EX? Like it just looks bad punctually and grammarly.
bro.
Huh? What did you say, Joe?
Did you say quadruple entendre?
No, I said double and triple.
Oh,
okay.
You said quadruple. I don't
Yeah,
even know
it was
what
a
that
quite
means.
the amount of entendres there for sure. But anyways, so I had seen that, and I just did a quick self-reflect. It's like, well, if you don't count them as X's, then what? And you're only counting them as examples. Are you an example as well? Like, would you consider yourself an example for that person? You know what I'm saying? Because if
100%.
if all the relationships that you were in didn't work out, and you're considering these people to be examples of not the workout, then you would have to put yourself in that same boat. And I was like, fuck that. I don't like being an example. If I'm going to be an example, it's going to be for myself. I don't want to be somebody else's. Like, hey, that's the type of guy I don't want to be with. Like, I want to be the person to say, well, I'm a shit person and I don't deserve you.
But maybe you could have been that to someone at some point and you didn't know. Like maybe
Sorry. You
like-
saying I could have been that for somebody at some point
Yeah, you just didn't know.
and I didn't. That's a fair point. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, for me, I was thinking about it and I was like, well, I do take all my past relationships now as an adult man, like an example of like, oh, where I was.
Mhm.
Like I never looked at it of like what they did wrong. I always put it as my perspective
Damn.
only of what I did wrong.
What a fucking narcissist. Jesus Christ.
Right. And I don't know if that falls under narcissism or that just falls under me just attuning for everything I've done wrong, but never addressing what they may have done to me that could have been a reciprocation of that. So I said, like, yeah, for me, it's an example of how to me be better for the next person and how I needed to mature. And someone said, someone's kind of said the same thing in the comments, and someone wrote, oh, I love that for you. It's like, well, then what would you think? Like, how would you take that meme? So I kind of wanted to ask y'all what you thought, like what you would take that as.
Sorry, I'm gonna. How do you condense that statement so I can?
Do you feel like the past relationship you had were actual relationships, or more so situations that you were in to probably make you grow as a man or a person?
You know what's nuts? I've been married and I have children, and
That
I'll
is
say
true.
that
That is very true.
None of those shits really mattered.
Do you think it?
What I mean is that it only led me to be the person that I am today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like, whoever I was with before dealt with a different version of me,
Mm-hmm.
and the person I am now, I'm trying to build an analogy without sounding like I'm too overconfident. But like, who I was back then is like level 1,
Right.
versus me now is like level 2000.
Right.
Like I went through so many things that I learned so much now that like now I learned so much from all those individuals
Mm-hmm.
that
That you took like a little bit of something from each and now molded it to who you are today.
it didn't affect who I was, but I learned what to do and what not to do, what to be with and what not to be with, what to deal with and what not to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's fair, bro. And I feel the same way. Like, I feel like, I never liked the term of like, yo, you ever thought of the one that got away? Like, I don't ever feel like I've never felt that way in my life. And like, I think I had a conversation with Alexia. She's like, oh, if we was to break up, would you come after me? Like, would you try to fix things? And I'm like, well, if it was something I did, then I deserve it. Like, I don't deserve you. If it was something that
That's a hard ass conversation.
yeah,
Damn.
I forgot why we had this conversation. Like, I forgot. Like, we were just talking. I think
that
we
is situational. Like if
I think we were watching Insecure. It's a show on HBO. It's like actually, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a regular, real show. Like
It's like a romantic show though.
I would say rom-com.
Rom-com. Okay.
I would say rom-com. So we were watching it and we were just talking about the situation in there. And she was like, yo, because like they broke up. The guy was trying to get back with her. She was like, yeah, but he did wrong. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, would you do it? I'm like, I think I would be shameful of it. Like, I would be ashamed to try to get back with you.
yeah.
but then you would take that as me not trying, like me not having interest or trying to fix things.
Yeah,
You see how that works? So like for me in my mind, when I told her that, she felt offended. She's like, damn, you wouldn't try for me? And I'm like, fuck, I feel like if I was to try out, like I'm disrespecting you. I don't know. It was just a real interesting perspective from both of us, because a girl, a female sees that as not me attempting to fix things, but then I see it as me respecting somebody's space and decision to not be with me.
It's definitely just more or less like how it ended.
It's case by case, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I was thinking the same thing.
And that's what I said.
Because if, like, for example, let's say she fucked up, and I'm not gonna go chase you. What is like? What's wrong with you? And
Right.
if you come try to chase me,
Well, this
like,
situation was me fucking up. Like
Okay.
this particular situation was the guy messing
The
up.
hypothetical.
Right, and like if
so
the guy was
so
trying to
you
make
weren't
things right.
so what you weren't like begging to like stay. I'm confused by that then, because then like you said, the response is warranted. Like if y'all break up, like, and you just leave her alone, like you kind of understand if you fucked up.
Yeah.
So it's like damned if you do and damned if you like don't. Because then if you bother, I don't know.
I
Because
feel like that's all the time. In any
literally,
situation with a woman.
But it's like-
damned if you do, damned if you don't, bro.
yeah, because like y'all would have stayed together, right? Like I don't know. That's just weird. Like
I mean,
why chase you if you were, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if it was so bad that y'all had to break up, why would I chase you after that? Like
Yeah.
if it wasn't that bad, we'd just stay together.
Yeah, I mean, I just look at it like, I don't know. I guess, how do I say it? Well, basically, if you put yourself in a position where you say some shit, or you put yourself in a position where you fuck up bad enough, then it's okay to just walk away saying like, all right, I took that L,
Mm-hmm.
like right on the chin.
That's how I feel like I would take it. Like I'm like, oh man, I
mean-
fucked up big time. There ain't nothing.
But me personally,
Yeah.
usually I don't like leaving shit like unconcluded.
So you feel like if you did, your Dominican man shit, because you guys are known for machismo and stuff.
What
the fuck
would
is
say
that
you would
shit?
come back-
Wait, hold on.
You would pull up
Since
to
you
the-
percentage,
You would pull up to
you can relate to this
their
shit.
window.
Yeah, that's
You pull up with the boombox to the window, a little típico and a little Romeo Santo.
No, I
Right.
think I said this a couple pods back. Is like I always double back. Like I just don't like just leaving shit unresolved.
you know
Like
what's crazy?
confusion. I can't do the
I've
ghost thing
recently
either.
started not doing that, and that's been confusing the shit out of girls.
Nah, I gotta close the book because it's not even like anything other than like I need the closure for me, but I want them to be in a position where they know where the fuck everything is.
Yeah,
Everything is clear as day. Like we're all on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
If there's hard feelings or there's not hard feelings, like I haven't done anything up to this point where I should cause hard feelings for anybody. Like I haven't done anything wild, but if I did, like I would want to resolve those things. That's just the person that I am. Even if I'm being a dick or I'm doing some fuck shit, I'm gonna try to at least put us in a position where everything is settled. Like
least
you don't have to
mutual.
know that like where I stand. Like oh maybe I want to be with you or maybe I don't or maybe like I'm sorry maybe I'm not.
So the boombox is not coming out.
Unless I wanted the boombox out, but the intentions are clear.
We're not
Like I just try to
getting
make
no
everything
Aventura
clear.
from D.
You said what?
We're not getting an Aventura silhouette from
I'm
Delson.
gonna tell you straight up. Like I don't have an Aventura bone in my body, bro.
You have a little bit of romantico.
Nah, bro. It's a flaw of mine.
Nah, bro, it's a flaw of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, okay, I respect that though. I feel what you're saying, brother.
Yeah, man. I mean, I like that question because it's interesting.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring it up because obviously we all had exes here, so I wanted to see how you guys felt, and
No, we
particularly because
haven't.
maybe I can stay on this right quick because I know we got to talk about which I did. But there was also another thing Janer sent. I don't know if you read it, but it was like that statistically now men like get more depressed off heartbreak than women. Like they said statistically that's a thing, and Jay was like, I've never felt that in my life. And I'm like, well, bro, you probably one of the blessed ones. Like, but then again, I think I spoke about it too, like a few episodes. Like I used to think I was like in love and then break up with these people and be all sad and shit. And then you like over a week later, you're like over it. You're like, well, damn, maybe I didn't fucking love him. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Isn't-
I
it's-
always say you
Go ahead.
like it like you can't be mad or whatever like what you felt like. It's like what you wanted at the time. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you did feel like you loved that person, like, I don't know what love is. I can't
Right.
tell you what it is.
Yeah,
But
I'm with you
that's
there,
what you
bro.
might have felt at that time. Like, I don't think that just dismisses all of it. You know what I mean? Like, it might be confusing to, like, understand. But like you said now, like, you could look back at all of it and, like, kind of piece together, like, make sense of, like, what the fuck you actually felt.
Yeah.
I don't even. I think mine is more like even like more specific than his. Like his reasoning is like, I start to think like, all right, so what the fuck was it that I did that caused this to happen? So I started to think about me. I guess it's kind of narcissistic, but like I started thinking about what I did.
You always do, even with girls. That's where I figured out like that closure stuff like is kind of important. Like some like they'll be like it'll be one thing to the next. Like I just don't know where I stand. Like what I did to him. He just left this and that, and it works both ways though. Sometimes like you just want to know. You just want to have answers.
I just don't. I think like that ghosting shit. Like people ghosting other people is kind of
Without closure.
It's fucked up. Fine, but I feel like it's worse psychologically for both people because both people don't have closure. Even the person that's ghosting,
I've
like,
definitely been in that.
they don't have
situation.
like the fucking nuts to just say, "Yo, I hate that." I feel like you soft if you ghost people because you're avoiding a conflict.
Yeah.
And the reason why you're avoiding the conflict is for your own ego.
Yep.
And you can
Or
be
maybe
like,
you're just too scared of.
and the
dealing with
guys do
power.
it and girls do it too. They'll be like, yeah, I ghosted dude. Like that shit's whack. Like you think you're cool for ghosting people. You might do ghosting for convenience because you don't want to do it.
yeah.
And like you don't want to go through that stress.
Nah, bro, I'm gonna tell you.
But a lot of
ghosting-
times leaning into that conflict is best for your development. It sounds corny, but like it's best for your personal development and how you deal with these conflicts. And it's
closure,
best for the
man.
other people.
Again,
and you can move on with your fucking life.
Yeah,
that's
closure,
a-
man. That's a closure's a real thing. Closure's a real
sure.
thing. And I've been in situations where I haven't gotten it free until years later. And it's a fact. Like I've just been in that situation, like Del said. I've been in a situation where we both ghosted the situation because it was so bad. We just ended it abruptly, stopped talking, and that affected me. Like Alexis tells me now, she's like, "Yo, you're such a hard ass. Like you're, like I feel like I got the brunt end of all the damages and everything you've been through. I got that, like the hard ass of it. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's just my experiences through life just made me to that, and I can attest that a part of that is not approaching problems head on and thinking like, oh, sweeping this or not addressing it. It's going to, one, think this person's either going to come back in my life, or two, like I'm so much bigger than this person that is not going to affect me. And that's a lie. It definitely affects you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 100% with you.
Yeah.
I'll say like nah in the sense of like I just don't ever think that I don't think people understand how like negative energy just, and this is where I get like fucking they do the
Sexual.
crystals and all that shit.
Nah, bro.
I don't believe in any of that shit. I don't believe in any of the crystals or anything like that, but I feel like negative energy,
Horoscope,
if people have negative thoughts about you or negative vibes about you, negative shit just tends to happen. And like that's why I always joke about the mal de ojo. Like anytime I'm having a good time, one bad thing happens.
Bro, this shit
I feel like
that shit's real though to a degree because it's like you got to think about like that where that didn't just come from nowhere. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
exactly. So
Someone
like
didn't just,
negative energy,
make that shit up.
I don't want like I feel like there's certain like I know in my life I haven't always put closure into things. So I know that there's probably a lot of scenarios where I could have done that, and I know there's like floating negative energy about me somewhere out there.
Yeah.
And that's why I try to do my best to create closure for everyone, especially myself. But like at the end of the day, I feel like the purpose of that is just like.
Do you feel like you have closure, like up to this point in your life and everything, from your past? You don't even have to say specifically, because for me, I do. But like I told you guys, it happened more recent years. It's not like a thing that
I didn't mean to laugh, but yeah, there's a lot of scenarios in my life that caused a lot of closure for me.
Okay.
Understanding, I've experienced a lot of things that made me.
You know what helped me?
Correct.
Well,
Huh?
can't wait to get to that point. What'd you say?
You said what? He said strip club. In case y'all missed that. Yeah, closure's important, man. Closure's very, very, very important. That's funny. That's what got you
What?
the closure.
The strip club?
Yeah.
Well, that's what got me over the hump. Like I was at the top of the hill, and then like just the push was just where Shorty was climbing his pole down and down.
You haven't been to a strip club yet, right?
Oh yeah, I have.
Okay.
I went when I was like 18, bro. That shit
okay.
was crazy.
He was loving it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, actually, it was weird. I went with my friend who's a girl at like 1 a.m. in like Jersey by the shore.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually pretty cool. It wasn't bad either. Right? I didn't listen, because then I've been down here like Miami and all these different places. So like for Jersey, the women, like the girls weren't that bad at the time. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, we saw some
C-grade
women.
You ever hear of like strip clubs in like the middle of nowhere? How they just have like the weird that's how I felt. I was like,
yeah, they
bro.
got like the bitch with the prosthetic leg.
Yeah, I'm like,
Or
bro,
like the glass eye that goes like this.
She's shaking that thing too.
She's shaking that thing, tooting that thing with them nails.
Yeah.
Her feet over the heels like this. On the dance stage, she like this. And you can't hear the click clack because it's her feet.
He took that to. I wasn't expecting to get there, but fantastic.
Anyways,
Anyways,
how the fuck we get? Oh, we was talking.
so
about
you were
my
talking about something that you experienced during your week.
No, that was my growth. I don't know if it was growth. If it was a moment of me questioning my growth in that situation and where I'm at now. So, yeah. As for anything eventful the past week since our last cast, nah, man, I'm home. I'm gonna have vacation soon. I'm trying to have this Friendsgiving with all of us happen. So that's pretty much it. But I've been home, bro. Wasn't doing that. It's been chilly out. Florida this year said, "Hey, winter's coming early."
That's fantastic.
bro. Honestly,
I'm completely fine with that.
That came out of nowhere. Like 2 days ago, I was literally outside walking my dog in some shorts and a t-shirt, and then I woke up the next day and I was like, "What the?" And like, I'm from up north. Usually, I don't get that cold. But I was like, "Damn!" Like,
Yeah, and it's not even like
It's
up
not.
north. Joe's like up north because he's on a mountain.
Yeah, bro,
The
like,
difference is the humidity, bro, because it seeps through your clothes in a different way. So you feel like it's colder than it is because it's on your
I
skin.
like that word, seeps.
It seeps.
Say it again.
I didn't even think about it that way. Damn, that's crazy.
No. That's exactly what it is.
No,
Like 30
yeah.
degrees here is brick compared to 30 degrees where you at. Even with the same gear, because the
Yeah.
humidity, I don't know what it is, but it comes straight to your skin, bro.
That wetness. Like,
Yo, that wetness comes straight to your skin. You're like, what the fuck? Why am I so cold? And that's what it is, bro. I promise you.
yeah,
You're just
bro,
not used to
I'm
it
not
yet.
ready for up north.
Yeah. No, you go back up north with the same temp. You
Wait till
you
we go back,
in
right,
shorts,
Joe?
Cargos. You chilling.
Right, Joe? Wait till we go back.
Yeah, nah, I'm not.
It's gonna be brick out
It
there,
better
bro.
not snow. I'm not shoveling shit. Like,
You don't miss that shit, right?
Nah, bro. I don't like people. Like, I literally was having a conversation today. Someone, she's moving to New Jersey, right?
From here?
Yeah.
God damn, that's a big change.
Right, and I was like, "Oh, that's crazy." I don't live in Jersey, but I live tri-state, so it's like Jersey was right there.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I've been to the shore 100 times. Like,
Yeah.
Jersey's literally it's just Jersey. Like, there's nothing exciting about there, which is why I came to Florida. Because in my eyes, it's like better beaches, better weather, better, you know. And she asked me, she's like, "Ew, you came to Florida of all places." It's like, bro, I've been thinking like everywhere you go, people really like think like that. Like,
It's
if you go to
low-key.
California, people have always lived there. They're like, bro, fuck California. But like,
Yeah.
you're brand new to it, and everything is like exciting,
course.
and like, so it's like, to me, Florida's like new to me. I've only been here like
I used to be on that fuck
You know what
Florida
I mean?
thing, but like I'm old now, so like for me, it kind of fits my life. Mad slow, mad relaxed, mad nice outside.
But you see, I mean, that's the thing. It's not even slow. To
Joe.
me, it's faster than where I live. You know what I mean?
That is true.
I
Yeah,
wasn't,
where Joe
'cause I
lives
wasn't
is
in
more
the
rural
city.
than this, for
Because
sure.
I wasn't in the city. It wasn't that fast.
The only traffic you had was bears and deer.
Literally.
You be out there's bears crossing the street and
Fam,
shit.
Del,
Bro.
sometimes we would have to stop because people were going by with their horses. You're like, the fuck is this?
So like, you know what I mean? Like, Orlando shit to me is like exciting because I know, but this city, like, that shit's way too busy for me. I don't. Not right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But to me, this was a good middle. You know what I mean? I
Yo,
can get to
I
the
used
beach
to-
in 40 minutes instead of 3 hours.
Yeah. And a nice beach, and it's always warm. You
Yeah,
go there in fucking
you know what I mean?
September, and you fucking, it's hot.
You know what's crazy?
I
We
don't have
think
to
Cocoa Beach is dirty, but then you like compare to like Orchard Beach in New York, and it's fucking like
No, that's another thing.
a rural island you've never seen. That's how nice Cocoa Beach is compared. It's like a never touched island compared to the fucking
Bro, seriously,
shores of the
like,
Hudson.
people don't understand that from down here. I'll be like, yeah, I like Cocoa Beach and this beach. And they're like, ew, Cocoa Beach. And I'll be like, bro, listen, you ever watch the Jersey Shore? You understand why the whole show is not like they're never at the beach. They're go to the
never
beach maybe
at
once,
a shore,
maybe twice.
Yeah,
it's because that shit is like it's horrible, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's just for looks. I don't know.
No, I'm with you, bro.
It's interesting though.
Okay, well,
yo, I used to hate Frank in high school. Not for hating Frank in high school, but I used to hate when Frank in high school would come up with the, yo, in New York. Yo, that shit used to make me sick. I'm like,
I was definitely one of those kids, like the kids from New York that always compare, like, yo.
I do that now, bro. Fuck that. I don't care what they're gonna say. Like, I'm not even from New York like that, and I still do it.
You stop. You stop doing it after a while because you start noticing, like, man, I know these fucking states give a shit about me.
Nothing changed us more.
No. You realize, bro, that all the shit's the same, no matter where you go.
Nothing changes more than when you go back to the place you thought was great and it's not that great. We all did it.
Yeah.
Me, Frank, and Bryan did it. We went back home. Yo, yeah, Boston's where I'm from. Blah blah blah. This is great. Can't wait.
We were just too spoiled with the life here. When we got back, we're
realize
like,
it.
oh man, why do we want to live harder? What the fuck is wrong with us?
Shoveling snow, fucking being brick cold, having to wear gloves. Yo, I'll never forget
Having to sit in your whip, D, for 10 minutes so that bitch heat up.
Bro, 10 minutes? I used to have to turn my car on before I showered before school, bro.
That's crazy.
Just to let the ice melt off and all that shit, bro. That shit was because not only did I live like in the middle of the woods, I lived on top of a hill. Like,
so
my
you
drive
brick
was
is
like
a
this,
brick,
bro. So like extra icy for no reason.
Yo, I accidentally, you know, when the windshield wipers, you pull the thing back and it makes the liquid come out.
Yes,
I accidentally did that in the middle of winter. It literally hit the wind. It froze instantly, and it congealed the windshield wiper around that spot. So even during the summer, like when it got warmer quick, when I used the windshield wiper, it would miss a spot always, and so I got new windshield wipers. Because it just like it made a spot.
Yeah,
like it missed that one spot always.
No, my one windshield wiper.
I don't miss that shit.
There's like 2 streaks that for some reason just leaves there. Like it doesn't clean these 2 like spot. That has to be the most really annoying.
Yeah. So anybody that's listening, we just complaining, bitching, and moaning right now.
Yeah,
so.
about our old days of living up north.
Yeah,
we're basically like selling Florida to people right now, bro.
Yeah,
don't come here. It's fucking packed.
Nah, pull
Stay
up
over there.
I need a roomie. Come split these costs with me.
Because split these costs. Word, this shit's starting to become like New York costs, right? Okay. So was Joe explaining what he did the last week, or was that with just random tangent?
He just started talking about something random.
Okay,
he
cool.
hasn't gone
to
to.
sure.
What's up? What you got?
Say something?
No, I was just saying how crazy gas prices have been. I have not been wanting to drive nowhere.
Yeah, facts. Me either, bro. I mean, I don't drive nowhere now, but I'm with you.
Okay, I don't want to hear shit from both of y'all.
Why?
I had the first whip in the group. Gas was $4 for fucking unleaded in '89.
When was that? That was a while back, right?
2009.
Yeah, I remember that.
Hear shit about shit.
That was when gas was on some shit. That was when the recession came out, right? Remember that, D? That's such a perfect album for that time.
Oh, the recession was a fire album. When you put the second track and said, "Welcome back,"
oh, welcome back,
and the track started, the beat drop. Nah, but all jokes aside, Joe, you don't know this, but like Bryan and I had the first car.
Yes, they did.
It cost us $350 for that.
That was the best $350 you motherfuckers ever spent.
To this day.
Think
about it. $350 for a whip.
I done got no pussy in that car. I done got no titties in that car.
That's not a lie.
Trust me, bro. I know stories.
That was a sex whip.
But it was like a '97 Grand Jeep Cherokee. Right?
Ugly as shit. Missing one light.
No, not right away.
It wasn't
a car
right
accident
away?
first. But moral of the story is that anytime anybody wanted to pull up and go somewhere, we'd be like, "Yo, gas money," because it was expensive.
Yeah, of course.
And we weren't gonna pay for it, but we would ride everywhere, and that shit was lit, man.
It was lit, bro.
It was lit. I mean, at that time, I know you live a different life.
Too living. We was so and this was when I go back to saying like we were so poor and didn't have shit, and that whip like opened our lives up so much.
It was
bro.
everything.
So much.
But
in the city.
But think about it like this. Like I want to say Bryan at that time, I think I was 14 or 15. I might have been 15 when we started driving that. So we were driving around town, and peep this. Allegedly, we had a license.
Never.
But
we were whipping that thing all around Orlando, all around Orlando.
Another thing that weirded me out. The same thing as like being able to buy cigarettes and shit. It's just another. It's like I was driving before having a license, and then I got one. I didn't feel any different. Ain't shit changed.
I see what you're saying.
And you know what's crazy? Like I've never been asked for my license, not once ever.
It's just proof to show that you can do it.
It's like it's weird because after you get it, I just think in my head like I could have been doing this shit. I could have been driving.
I hear you. I hear you.
No, I get what you're saying, bro. It's just a matter of like kind of like status of where you're at in your life. For public status for people like cops and stuff like that. But
no, bro. Where I lived, it was just like you had to have a license. You weren't going no.
You're too, bro. You gotta have that shit. You gotta have that shit. All right. What about you, D? You was off the last week.
Yeah, I took the week off last week. I've been burnt out from work,
Did
bro.
you recover, brother? Did you reboot
Hell the fuck
that
no.
CPU of yours?
No, that shit was trash, bro. High key, I didn't enjoy my vacation that much. Like I had a headache, like literally the whole vacation. I tried to go to the gym, I couldn't because I would get a headache as soon as I start lifting.
Oh, that's terrible. And
I'm
then
like, bro, I can't
terrible.
even enjoy the shit I like to enjoy on my free time, like loose chilling. So I was mostly just chilling at the crib, trying to recover from whatever the fuck I had. Low key thought I had COVID. I think I have COVID, but
Nice.
thought I had COVID.
Nice. I'm back. I don't care.
I didn't care either. But it is what it is. I'm like, how the fuck? I mean, like, I'm trying to think of the
My
symptoms
aunt
I
thought
had.
she had COVID recently because she got sick off Alexis when she was here.
Yeah.
She said, "Yo, I had like the worst fucking flu in the world this weekend." I'm like, she's vaxxed, double vaxxed. So yeah, fuck you, Jay. And she was like, "Yo, that shit was the fucking worst."
She could still get it though.
No,
No. It's about the symptoms.
It was I was just talking about like how bad she felt.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, like that.
One of
Like
the
when she was explaining it to me, I was like, damn, you. I'm like, that sounds like COVID. She was like, nah, I don't know, but she's better today. But
One of the people I work with had COVID twice. First time pre-vax, first time post-vax. First time they were really, really sick. The second time they only had a headache, and they just didn't feel right. So they went to the doctor and they got a COVID test and they had COVID. So literally the difference between like full flu, like, you know, in bed dying.
Yeah.
Second, that's just a headache. So it's like, I mean, the vax worked. Like that's like a perfect example of how it's supposed to work, you know?
Yeah, but do you think it was because of the vaccine, or because they already had it?
You don't know.
Because someone that's not vaxxed, the same thing probably would have happened.
Well, we don't know that. That we can't prove, but it's possible. It's possible that you're correct. But yeah, my vacation was trash. I was just chilling. I'm already back to work. By the time I recorded last, I was on PTO. Now I'm back to fucking work.
like the
Shit at work is changing a lot, so my schedule's gonna be all over the fucking place. So right now, stress is on high. So we'll see what the fuck happens.
You better make sure you have room for your first job, sir. And that's this.
I'll be here on Monday. I mean, y'all will be here on Monday.
Yeah,
Y'all
we
leave.
technically
I
have to
stay
cover your
here.
house.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, other than that,
So damn, no recovery, no reboot, nothing. Oh, brother.
nah, bro, I didn't get refreshed after this vacation. The thing I think the most, and I talked to multiple people about this since I went on vacation. The first thing I think when I'm on vacation and return to work is how much I hate my job and how much I want to not work at my job.
You hear that, guys? Can you make that happen for me and Dels? Where we don't have, you can have Bryan still work, that's fine. But me and Dels want to not work anymore. Help us out.
It's not about work. Like, it's just at the end of the day, I'm willing to work. At work,
For
I'm
myself,
one of the
not
most
the white man. Go ahead, D. Say it. Say it,
Yeah,
proud.
I'm one of the most reliable people. I do whatever is asked of me. I do more than what's asked of me, and I'm that type of person. I just rather work than not work. I can't be the person that's watching other people work and not do anything. That's how I'm built. But I just don't like working for other people and somebody being like, doing this.
Trust me,
That shit makes me sick, bro. That shit drives me fucking nuts, man.
Nuts and sackos.
And I say it, and I'll guarantee it, and I put it on my life. I ain't dying working for somebody else. I promise you that.
Hey,
That's
that's why we
You know
gonna
what's
get this shit
crazy?
off.
That's what my whole generation's like. It's weird.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
we
wanna-
know.
I'm not
about-
dying
they're
working for
so
somebody.
I
about
know,
that shit,
bro.
man.
Trust, because
Because when I was a kid, bro, everyone was like, "You're gonna start a business. You can only do that if you have this and that." And but like, and now that's like the thing. If
It
you
is
don't
the
have
thing.
a business, if you don't have a this and that, you're not grinding or hustling. It's like, bro, not everyone's meant to have. Like, you know what I mean?
Not everybody's meant to call the shot. Not everybody's meant to make the plan.
Yeah.
Some people are meant to follow the plan, and some people can follow the plan better than people that
And
make
some
the plan.
people want to follow the plan.
It's part of part of life is
And then there's
understanding
some of
where
us-
you fit.
Yeah, and then there's some of us like me and Delson. We trying to have our own fucking plan and follow our own shit.
Truth be told, is like through the progression in the business that I work in or the company that I work for, is like I know more and more that I'm not meant to follow the plan. I ain't built for that. I tell you that. I just not. I succeed more and I excel more when I'm making the plan rather than following it.
Yeah.
It's just, you know what I mean? Like
It's a feeling.
everybody has a skill. I'm sorry. Everybody has a skill set.
Yeah.
Some people have the skill set to follow the plan and fucking take that shit and run with it, but not everybody has the plan making ability. Like, and I'm just using that phrase because it fits in a lot of avenues. But that's really where I'm at after this week. That's the thing I think about the most. Like, I just can't.
We need to get
can't.
this podcast like Rory Mall sign this 10 mil contract. That's
They
what
don't
you got.
have 10 mil in their pocket. They're getting a salary probably.
Talk about like 10 mil right straight up off the sign.
The signing
As
bonus.
soon as that sign, boom, boom, ACH drop processing.
To see
200 mil.
to see 6 or 7 figures in your bank account, like I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you
It could
this.
either go two ways, right, D? You can see 6 figures and it'd be like life changing, you fucking cry in happiness, or you can see the 6 figures and it's negative and you could cry in desperation.
I'm gonna tell you this,
depression.
and I'm gonna be as modest as possible, and I'm not trying to gloat. I'm not trying to be like cool. I got the biggest check I've ever received from my job
Okay.
while I
Big
was on
ball
PTO.
of bread.
While I was on PTO, and it made me feel worse. Like I received a check, I was like, "That's great." Like I'm like, "Damn!" After taxes, after I pay my taxes, is what I'm getting. All right, that's cool. But then I'm like, after all the work I put in, like, is it really? And then you break down.
It makes
the
you
time.
figure out, does this feel equal to what I just did?
I'm like, you put in the time, and then
Bro,
you
this
break
is-
down the days that
this-
you
Your
spent.
happiness?
This is
You break down your mental state.
This is where, because I'm a visual learner, so this is
Me too, bro.
someone did this for me, right? They're like, go to the gym or go bust your ass doing something, right? And they handed out 3 single $5 bills, and they're like, imagine I pay you that for your hard work every day. And it's like, bro, like it's different when they lay it out in front of you, but it's like, because $15 cash an hour is way different than $50 on the books. But it's like, when you put things into perspective, it's hard to want to stay there basically.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's hard to keep the motivation of wanting to, because you're essentially just working to live at this point.
Yeah.
And you're working to live through the means of somebody else's goal, and it sucks. It's like, fuck. Well, granted, some of us, we already have we're creating it as we speak. Like, this is what we want to do as our profession for the future. But some people don't have that type of idealistic views on life. They just go in, clock out, and they think that check in 2 weeks or a week is there. And it's okay. Like, I'm with Delson. I'm not trying to bash anybody who falls under that, but there is certain people who want more out of life, and that's fine too. And I'm not going to segue, actually. I was about to do a good segue to the Kanye interview, because I thought this kind of is in the same field, but I'm not, because I still want to get to what Joe was up to. But yeah, it's okay to be someone who's conformed and comfortable with where they're at, and it's also okay to feel like you want more in life and you want to do more for yourself and feel like you are better than what you are, and expressing that. Like, I shouldn't have to hold my tongue back because maybe this person wants to work at, no offense to anybody, but like McDonald's all their life. They're okay with working there. Like, that's not my goals. That's not where I want to finish as a person.
It's not that they're okay with working there. They're just doing what it can. They're doing what their mind tells them that they need to do to survive, and that's That's the problem that I see with just our culture in general and the people that don't really make an effort. I know there's a lot of burnt talent everywhere. There's a lot of potential that's burnt everywhere because the only thing that they see is what they do.
Yep.
So if they see, and I'll tell you, because I know there's projects where I grew up and there's bad neighborhoods where I grew up, and in those neighborhoods the only thing that they look at is if they can make another 100 250 and their bill's 100 or 150, they get an extra 100, and then that 100 that they're going to use for that week, they spend it and blow it until they get paid again. That's just how people live, and that's just a reality for a lot of people. They don't see themselves doing other things, and the problem with that is like they just don't have the creativity, or they don't have the mentorship to be able to build from there.
I think that's what.
Sometimes it's motivation and want, though, bro.
But I think it's not knowing it's possible.
No, it's financial
because like
literacy,
a lot of
bro. That's
that's a
fair.
huge part of it.
Like a lot of people don't know. For example, a lot like college debt, right? You go, like a lot of people don't know there's like a lot of debt you can get wiped off or like not have to deal with, but like college debt or like school debt in general, like let's say you pass away, grandma, me, mom, dad, somebody got to take care of that. You have a house, you have a car or something, you pass away, the bank takes your house, the bank comes to take your car. You know what I mean? No one has to deal with that. That's a huge trap. People are clueless when they're 16, 17, 18. You're about to go throw them in
Sure,
10
I
to
know.
40K in debt.
I'm in
It's
school
not-
debt off
it's not-
stupid ideas.
I don't think clueless is the word. I think is they're misled.
Yeah,
they're
because
misled to
promised good jobs after the case. And honestly, like that was the narrative until probably like
Recently.
yeah.
It's and I say recently, like maybe right after my generation, Frank's generation, is when the eyes opened up and started
That's what
to
I mean
realize
by
that.
now everyone's trying to become like everyone's in an
Entrepreneur.
entrepreneur
Yeah.
lane in a sense, because like before no
It's
one was
easier to be that,
financially
though.
literate. Now everyone's trying to be
I
like,
appreciate
woke,
everybody.
You know what I mean? Or whatever. But it's like, and I get that, but there's a reason things like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like,
You're saying like there's a reason why there's a hierarchy? Is that what you're
yeah,
trying to say?
basically it was
Or
like
just how certain
they-
things work. the
yeah,
way
that's
they
just
do.
how things are. Like naturally, there's a hierarchy in everything. When it from animals to us, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know. Too many people trying to like.
I know exactly
do
what you're
too
saying.
much of one thing is
Yeah.
just way oversaturated.
Yeah,
But think about it like this. Think about it like, and I'll use, because we're all males here and we all use the same, like we use this service. So
I'm
think about a
non-binary, so-
barber. Huh?
I'm non-binary.
Fine. So we all
Born
get
male
hair.
at birth.
Yeah. We
You know they have to say that now during like medical commercials.
Oh, fuck out of here.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't say that. That wasn't me. That was my non-binary self. Haircuts. Like we all go to barbers.
Mm-hmm.
Barbers, if they rent a chair, they're gonna make less than if they pulled up and said, "Hey, you want to get a cut?" They're not gonna get a worse cut at the house, but hey, come through. I got a business. I'm doing a little studio at the crib. You can get your cut at my house, or you can rent a studio and that's your business. You're just literally a barber,
Yeah.
but it's your business, and you're making money doing that, right? But yeah, you pay the taxes. Yeah, but you don't have the overhead of a barbershop and all that shit. The reason why I bring that up is I get what you're saying, like hierarchy, but people can do plain jobs. Like nail salon, barbers, tattoo artists.
Those
with
are
the way
trades, though.
advertising.
I'll
Okay,
consider that like a skilled trade. Like
I was gonna say that too.
But they
That's
work
like
on their own. They work for
Yeah, no, no,
themselves. They don't work for
that's-
anyone.
yeah.
with the way you can
That's the
advertise
difference.
yourself now. I feel like that's also a big thing, because it's like, for example, if you like, let's say you had to go to a certain bar, let's say you had to go to barber down the block, right? And that's
Yeah.
when you had to cut hair because you weren't able, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then now you get a following. Like there's this kid who, when I used to work at this one place, he came in, he was buying clothes, like, oh, cut your hair. Oh, you should let me cut your hair. Not in like a bad way, but that was just like his that's like his passion, you know, haircuts and shit. Made us follow him on Instagram and stuff, right? A couple weeks later, he's cutting celebrity hair out here, like different celebrities' hair out here.
That's
It's
crazy.
like and it's like when I see it though, I could see why though, the way he just walking around advertising, telling everyone. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between
in his work.
in his work ethic. So it's like you can advertise yourself like that now. I feel like back then you would have to be like, oh, you're a fire barber. You got to work at this you got to work at this barber spot to have clients. Or like you could just be more self-sufficient in any business now as a single individual.
Yeah, you're right, bro. That's you fucking facts. Think about all those influencers out here now. Like 6 to 7 years ago, influencers wasn't even like a word being used as to identify a new profession
As a career.
Like influencer was not a word to use for a profession. Now, if you're considered an influencer, that means you have a huge following on some sort of social media platform that you are generating not only traffic, but you're generating funds through either maybe advertisements or you particular promotion of a song or show or something like that. Like a lot of these companies as well will go out to influencers and kind of like, oh, you were just talking about paying people under the table. Like they'll do individual deals with them to kind of promote something that they don't want them to tell them that, hey, Netflix has me promoting this. So like if like an influencer's like, yo, I love this show, they may not even like that show. They may just say that because of the deal that they got with whatever business
a lot of
company that they're doing.
There's a lot of backlash from people that promotes shit that's like really shitty.
Right.
Like, that's not really good quality. They just do it for a check.
Correct. And that's what I'm saying. Like you just like that. Like you can easily be just a real pop. Like imagine me and D, like, and of course Bryan, all of us here, like we was to get this off and we would just be like, all right, well, we're just going to get a bunch of advertisements that we don't believe in because it generates money. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's probably a lot of people that do that and not only just do that, but like kind of do that under the table. We're like, well, I don't really fuck with your product, but I'll go ahead and promote it for this amount of money.
That's quite literally no different than a regular job. Like, let's say I just pick a random fucking company, Journeys. You work at Journeys, right? And you're a seller at
the shoe stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted.
You're working at Journeys and you're fucking selling shoes there. You don't fuck with Journeys. You don't care about what they stand for. You don't know anything about them. But you're selling shoes because they pay you something. That's no different than having a pod, having advertisements that you don't give a fuck about, and you just talk about them because they pay you something. That's the same fucking difference. Yeah. You gotta do everything that you believe in. Otherwise, it's integrity. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So otherwise, sell out for a check though. It's hard not to
check.
That's another thing when you said like if someone were to see like a wire with like 6-7 numbers on there, like a lot of people honestly, bro, they wouldn't know what to do with money.
That's I read something recently where it said financial I don't know if it was literacy or financial intelligence is more important than making money.
Yeah, because if you know how to save 50 cents for every dollar you spend more than spending money you don't have, you get a lot further.
Yeah, trust me.
Sure.
I learned that at the age of 30. But that's what happens.
Sometimes
you don't have financial
but
coaching.
Of course, it's like it's situational. Like you said, like the projects and some people, you know what I mean? Like some people can't get out of that life. They just live paycheck to paycheck. And that's all they can do or afford to do. You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like this conversation got kind of like sad.
Yeah, it definitely got a little depressing. I would have to agree.
Yeah. And I go ahead. If you're going to finish.
No.
I was going to say, damn, it sucks because we're about to segue to something even more sad.
Fuck.
So this past week, of course, first and foremost, I do want to say our condolences and well wishes to the families who were affected by the deaths that happened in Astroworld, of course. But with that said, over the past week, last Friday, Travis Scott had his usual hometown festival, Astroworld, that he throws every year. And being this year, there was quite the amount of casualties, meaning 8 people did pass from the, I guess, mixture of trampling to cardiac arrest to a bunch of different things that can happen at a festival. And I just want to say that is very unfortunate, and it's very sad that someone went to an event thinking they were going for a great time and left or didn't actually never got to leave. So I just want to say that we are very, 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 very sorry for those who've lost their lives in this. Such a weird situation, because I've just seen a plethora of different opinions online everywhere, thrashing Travis Scott, thrashing the event, coordinator, stuff like that. Just a bunch of things that I thought was understandable from a place of emotion, some fair, some unfair. So kind of wanted to get you guys' opinion on what you thought. And I mean, I could start off with just saying, for me, I don't necessarily think Travis should be blamed solely. Should he have some blame? Of course, you're always going to get some sort of blame when it's your event. But to the stuff that I see, him getting dragged, like saying like, oh, he's seen people passed out. Fam, I'm telling you, it's probably impossible for one man to see in a sea of thousands of crowded people.
Also, to add to that, I saw like the videos of like, oh, here's a video of people telling him to stop, and they're like 100 rows back.
And not even that. No. You know how many people are yelling at you?
No. It gets worse than that. There's a video of somebody crawling on stage and talking to security saying he's dead. That person's dead over there.
Yeah.
They literally said that multiple times. Joe, he's dead over there. That person's dead. He's not alive. Yeah. He's dead over there.
Yeah.
And they kept the show. And then the song dropped. The beat drops and they kept going.
Damn.
Well, for me,
okay, that I didn't know.
But listen,
yeah, and then multiple people. And it was a young lady that went on there, like maybe a girl like 20s, and a dude came up there too. And that's like what they're saying. That shit dead ass. I cut it off. I couldn't watch it. I was like, I can't do this. So the dead ass screaming like, "Yo, he's dead! Like he's dying!" Or not. They never say he's dying. He said they kept saying he's dead. Dude is dead over there.
Yeah, of course. They probably.
He was already dead.
So let me just give a little bit of clarification in reference to how festivals are. That particular thing of telling somebody that he's dead, I can completely understand two situations. One, the guys probably think you're fucking crazy. Get off the stage. Like, why are you doing this? If you've ever been to a festival, and I've been to probably two of the craziest in the entire country, people are passed out everywhere. It's just a mixture of drugs, energy, all these things. There's people passed out everywhere. So when you see that, and it's a constant thing at festivals, people who are doing these festivals consistently in shows, in their mind, they're probably like, oh, he's just probably passed out from drugs and overheating. Dehydration. Like it always is at every festival.
That is
so
true.
For me, it's either two things that guy could have did up there. One, completely ignored it like it kind of looked like. At the same time, he is just a cameraman. He's not fucking director. Or two, after she told him that, maybe he did radio somebody. Because I had read that Travis was supposed to go. He didn't finish his set because of that. Like he was supposed to finish at 10:40 and his set finished early at 10:10. Because of how many people at that time was coming and referencing, it was getting crazy. I think they even had like security people getting fucking shook up in their cars trying to get through. Like it was nuts. And I understand those videos are very much hard to watch because you already have context in your mind of what happened.
Yeah.
But if I work there in the midst of everything, I don't know how much I'm gonna take a random fan who's. Fans jump on stage and do crazy shit all the time.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So for me, it's like I'm in a situation. Well, if I fuck this up, I either lose my $100,000 job I got here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I just play it back to ignoring this person because that is what my profession has shown me these years, that it's normal for this to happen. Now, it isn't normal for 8 people to die in one night. But let me tell you, at these festivals, people have been throwing these shows for years, and people get hurt. Like, I've seen a girl lifeless passed out, and they continue the show. So, if Travis is going to get...
I heard Cardi just had a concert out here in Orlando the other day. My boys went to. There's mosh pits.
Playboy?
People getting fucked up. People missing teeth, getting bashed up and shit.
That's like almost known.
Literally, like people go to these things like preparing for shit like that.
Right.
So, like you said in the beginning, like I don't think you could purposely fully blame Travis. Like, bro, that's his whole
MO.
energy.
He's been.
That's his MO, bro.
Rock shows have, heavy metal shows always been mosh pits, rage, energy.
Not even that.
There's
bro.
people who's been hurt in these shows. It's just being glorified because it was 8 people,
I
young
think-
people, mind you, young people who passed, and it is something that we got.
Did you hear that rumor? There was a 10-year-old in there.
Yo, I seen the
Yeah.
video, fam.
Oh, I
The
didn't see the
10-year-old on the shoulders. The guy was in the. Okay, let me. See, I was about to launch. You was about to have me launch. D. Let me get there right quick. So for me, I know how these festivals are, right? So for me, it's like I'm a small ass man. I'm a 30-year-old small 5'4" man. You know.
5'4"?
Damn, come on, baby. In these crowds, at these festivals, I felt scared for my life. There was points that like this. I'm moving with people. You can ask people who I went with.
Nah,
I had my boy. You just mentioned the Playboy Cardi show. We was at Playboy Cardi set. Me and him together. We ended the night separate because the crowd was so wild. Like I didn't see him until after the show because that's how crazy it gets, bro. So for me, back to what Delson said, a 10-year-old being at this. If you're a parent, right? There's 2 things that you did wrong here, and I'm not trying to say that it's the parents' fault those kids passed away. Not. But I think you are also responsible for where your children are going. Why would you send a kid who's 13, 14 years old to a festival by themselves? Concert, sure. Concert, you're safe. You're assigned a seat. You can't move from that seat. A festival is an all-out free-for-all.
Yeah, it's a dope.
You are
totally
saying-
That is one thing.
That is
I'm
totally
cool with you.
different.
I understand what you're saying.
You're saying
But truthfully, festivals should not be for children.
at all.
A 13,
Never.
14-year-old is a fucking child. So
Never.
both people are wrong. I feel like Travis and them should not have a fucking child. His
Right.
lyrics aren't for children. His music's not for children with the
But this is-
expectation of
this
things
is the
that get
thing, though.
nasty
It's-
like festivals do. Like there's no reason why anybody 13, 14, 15-year-old should be at a fucking festival. No.
But there's
No,
a
hell
reason
no.
it's that I don't know. I feel like the reason he has such young fans is his integration with, let's say, Fortnite, for example.
Yeah,
Fortnite
but
just had to
fuck
take
that.
his shit off. No, but I'm saying like his introduction to like people isn't just from rap.
I
You
know
gotta
what
understand,
you're saying.
Millions of kids saw him.
But I'm
just from
still
that,
not
you know what I
letting
mean?
my kid go to a festival.
No, of course, like normal people, things like that. But
Should,
you gotta
right?
think older people, their kids probably bugging them, like, "Oh, I want to go to like this is the guy from Fortnite, mom. Like, let me go see him." Like, the last 2 concerts have been okay, but this is the
Bruh.
thing. We've all skipped this part. Someone was going around like injecting people, bro.
I was
That's
gonna get
also-
Yo,
there.
I seen that. Is
Because
that
I was gonna,
true?
I was gonna say you said 8 people died, and you forgot there's 300 casual, like 300 people got fucked up.
You know, hundreds of people were hurt.
I think
So
okay.
it's like-
People were out there injecting whatever.
that's wild.
Yeah, so
it
that's
was
true, that's wild.
inciting the riots.
yeah, no, because one
It
of
was
the one of
causing
the
havoc.
officers. That's why I was saying like that was surprising.
Security officer,
yeah,
right?
that was
Yeah.
surprising when Delson was like, "Oh, there's video." I haven't been able to keep up with all the clips. There's so many clips. There isn't one
Yeah, Lex has been
well
showing
put
me a lot.
together like consensus of it, which is another thing. People are trying to so quick to like tear him down. This is another
Yes.
thing.
It's not Travis
feel
Scott
like-
alone.
I feel
at
like
all.
I feel like that's why a lot of shit blows over because people are so quick to make accusations, and then when the
Yes.
shit comes out, is like that's not true. That's not what happened, and
Yeah.
everyone gets dismissed.
And then
He
when
has
it's
to
not,
let it
and when
go.
it's the truth, nobody addresses it no more. It's like, all right, whatever. We were blaming you this whole time, but fucking now.
I mean, I did hear about something, or I did read about something where the Houston police chief or officer or something went to Travis and said, "Hey, the crowd is a little crazy today." Like, they
Yeah, it was
talked
on
about him.
actual Friday, the day of the event.
He said, "Hey, man, this is looking a little rough out there." You know what Travis is gonna say?
Fuck that.
Yeah,
We on,
yeah.
rage on.
Yeah,
they just
literally.
lit today. You know what I'm saying?
But that's every show.
And
That's
this is the
every
thing,
single
people,
show.
Like, no,
No,
when
but
he
I'm
was
saying
at the
that's just what
McDonald's
happened.
down in what's it called, in Miami or whatever, wherever he made that debut for his day, bro, he shut the whole block down just because he was at that McDonald's. Like that's just like I don't know. It's just there's a lot of moving parts to that story.
No. It's honestly at the end of the day, unfortunately, it's a tragedy. People,
regardless of what, it's a tragedy.
Yeah, no
It's a
matter what the
tragedy.
situation was.
multiple people are responsible, and honestly, truthfully, like there's nobody that should be held responsible other than those people that were out there, if it's true, injecting people with whatever that was inciting panic and riots, they're probably more responsible than anybody else.
Yeah, because
I'm confident that Travis, being in Houston, did everything possible to make sure that the festival was safe.
Bro, he's had this festival on for 4 years now.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, for me, it's like you guys waited to the time that 8 people die at one time to make a big deal about there's been people leaving his shit injured, passed out for years.
You saw, I was going to say, there's
anything.
a post that they pulled up from 2015 that he posted.
You seen him?
It was a kid literally passed out on the fucking floor. He's like,
I love this Rager or some shit. He's like, this Rager didn't make it.
He's like, if y'all ain't make it out alive, I love y'all. Or some,
Where's
some
the cancel
crazy
culture
shit.
in 2015 on Trav?
It's just because he wasn't big, bro. No one gives a fuck about him.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is part of the problem. Unfortunately, it's the pigment of his skin. So
you very much probably right,
that's
bro.
because that was another thing. I was
if this was a
another
rock
angle I
concert, yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of people lost their lives.
Yeah.
But this is so much bigger because it's hip hop. This
Yeah.
is so much bigger because it's the minority genre.
Yep.
That people are making it a big
deal.
It's still a big deal. Don't get me wrong, but like the mosh pits and people getting hurt.
Yeah, there's
and all
definitely
that
more
shit.
angles to the whole thing. That's what I was
It's
like.
crazy. Like if it was a rock concert and it was a metal concert, let's say, and somebody got punched right in their fucking face and everybody leaves fucking bleeding with a fucking a bloody elbow and a fucking busted lip and the eye fucked up. They walk out and that's part of the experience.
There's no doubt, right, Dels? You know, heavy metal shows, you're either leaving with bloody. Some people left with broken bones.
That shit says it on the ticket.
Nobody says anything.
It says it on the ticket, Frank.
Eight people passing away is definitely nobody expect that. But you need to go into that situation, one, knowing what it is. If you're a parent and you have your kids out there 12, 13 at a festival without any parental guidance, you should take some brunt of this responsibility. Just like Travis, just like the event planners, everybody. And I love what Travis did. I love that he came out and took responsibility by saying, yo, I'm going to pay for the funerals and I'm going to work with the grieving families to get them counseling and help. Because it is a travesty. It's sad. It's not his fault, but in a sense, you should feel responsible. And I like that he does.
Yeah, he's one dude, and there's only so much he can do.
Literally, I don't like how it's what they of any like canceling, they take an extreme, because that's what this is.
Yeah.
8 people dying, that's not normal. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just accuse him of all of it. Like, let's say a week now, the toxicology reports come back, and it shows 5 of them died from injection, other 4 got stomped out or whatever, or the other whatever, right?
Well, remember, some die from cardiac arrest, Joe.
Yeah,
which is, if you're young and you're dying from a heart attack, there's 2 things. You are
drugs.
On a substance, a very heavy substance,
drugs.
And you are burning yourself out. So that's not Travis's fault.
No, that's what I'm saying. If the bodies come back to, they were injected with something, and then the other people, the other casualties, I'm gonna say it, like the little boy getting crushed or whatever because of fear. That's
so sad.
You can't be like, like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's
Pan
too quick to be like, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
It's too quick now. Everyone trying to cancel him and cancel this and cancel that.
Pan out for a second.
Yeah, like.
Pan out for a second and think about it. Like,
give it a week. Let people actually find out what happened to the bodies. Give people it's people want to be detectives. 30 minutes later, they want to act like they know everything, and it's Travis' fault and this and that. It's like, bro.
Pan out for a second and think about it like this. Like, if you are sick enough to inject people with a drug,
that's wild, B.
To incite pain, to incite violence and panic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you are something different.
That's just pure evil.
You are something different because
like some movie shit, bro.
Yeah,
right,
bro.
Right.
It sounds like it genuinely sounds like what he said. Like, it genuinely sounds like like that person. Because it's crazy. Because the technology we have now, they find people hit and runs faster. So you're telling me they can't find the dude that was like stabbing a bunch of people?
It wasn't a dude. It can't be. I'm not saying it wasn't a male, but it wasn't one dude
or the people.
There's no way it was one dude, because with those festivals, you can't move if you fucking even wanted to.
Yeah.
So
it's
like there had to be a group of people ready to start some shit. Like you got to be a sick fuck to do that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like it was something planned, not planned, but it's like you said, big. Because since it's hip hop, it's just such a big thing. Because this one thing, the other angle about it was like because Travis is showing that you can do such bigger things like with just him. Like you can think about a whole festival just based off of his music, like, and there's no label backing that or getting a cut from it. I think.
Well,
I think that's just from
no,
him,
there
isn't
was
it?
other artists. That's why Drake's getting sued too. But it's not just his label. It is other event coordinators that they do in one, like in Houston altogether. It's him plus other investors who make that happen.
Oh, okay.
But yes, there is artists there that unfortunately those artists being there, you're representing the labels that they're a part of. But yeah, man, it's sad. It's very sad. I just wanted to see how you guys felt because I seen him getting, attacked, dragged, and I just wanted to make sure that we understood that not all the blame should be on Trav or anybody. It's just a misfortunate event that occurred, of course, and now it's going to probably change the landscape of how shows and festivals are done, for sure. So, yeah, our condolences again to all those who lost their lives in Astroworld, and we do hope everybody in this situation eventually finds closure and peace in some moment, because I can only imagine what those families are going through, man. That's so sad. All right, on to a funnier situation. We just we doubled down on the heavy depression today, my brothers.
We
need Bryan to cut the tension with his bullshit.
Yeah,
That's what you do to us, Bryan. You get us all serious.
We 80 minutes in.
80 minutes.
Yeah.
My God. Should we save the yay for Bryan?
I think we should save the yay for
We're
Bryan.
gonna save the yay for Bryan then. Okay.
That's the reason why I brought that up. The number one reason for that is because there's a rumor about a part 2.
There is a part 2, Joe, coming.
Yo, if you only watch bits and pieces, and I know you're a Ye fan,
He was talking crazy, Joe.
watch
We're not
start
gonna
to
talk about
finish,
it,
bro.
We're not gonna talk
Start.
about it. I want you to try
All
to
I
watch
can
it.
say is to listeners, if you a smidge of a Ye fan, and if you don't understand Ye at all, just watch the whole shit from start to finish.
Facts.
Promise you will be entertained.
All right, I'm waiting for Bryan.
You will learn a lot about Ye.
I think that would be a great conversation with Brezzy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I didn't have quick hits because there wasn't really much. The biggest stories this week were the Travis Scott and the Ye interview. But I feel like we gave us some perspective on this one. Everybody fucks with us when we go crazy on our own thoughts. All right. Well, I don't got anything else. You guys want to add anything?
Nope.
I just want to thank everybody for listening up to this point. Shout out to y'all. Rate, review, and fuck Bri for missing.
Fuck Bryan for missing.
Yeah. Y'all got anything else?
Yeah, fuck Bryan for missing. No, nothing. And until next time, stay classy, Taiwan.
Yo, we can't fuck with China like that.
Yeah, we can't.
Bye.
Damn.